name is Alden, and I've written an historical fiction novel called Yours Faithfully Florence Burke, based on my great-great-grandfather's Civil War letters. My great-great-grandfather Florence Burke and his wife Ellen Burke were famine survivors from West Cork, from Skull, and they emigrated in 1848 and 1849 to Boston and New York. But when he went, in 1864, Florence Burke joined the Union Army, used the draft law, and went in place of a wealthy man in order to provide, to get land for his family. So he's writing back to his wife and 3 children in West Springfield, Massachusetts. And this is one of his letters. Florence Burke, March 4th, 1864, camp of the 37th Regiment. My dear wife and children, on my arrival at camp, I found a letter from you containing your well-known features and that of the children. Mingled tears of joy and sadness welled up to my eyes. Joy at seeing through the medium of a picture the features of those I hold so near and dear to my heart, but sadness to think they were not true nature itself, that they might speak to cheer my drooping hearts. But thanks be to God, the sight of them, though mute, may ever be a beacon to urge me on to duty. And I wrote this book to honor my great-great-grandparents, because I noticed after tracing their entire life story that they didn't receive much honor and that their life was extremely tragic. And yet it was unbelievable to see how resilient these people were in the face of tragedy and death. And I've already spoken about how they made their journey to America, but when they got here, my great-great-grandfather wanted to sacrifice himself so that his family could have a better life. And so he joined the American Civil War. What I haven't said is that he didn't make it. He died 6 months into his deployment into Virginia in a trench. So, but the good news is that his gamble did pay off. He provided his family with land, and land owning in Massachusetts meant that you also become a citizen. And citizenship means everything, for respect in the town, and also their children could go further than an elementary education. They could be educated up into to college age, and also they could have use of a library, and they could just vote and have a wonderful life, become Americans. And it really helped all of the generations later on. So here are the letters, the actual letters that he wrote back to his wife. Now I'm going to put those closer. And as I was saying before, I wrote this book to honor my great-great-grandparents, and I am so happy that right now they're going to be with other people from the famine, the people that they were around, and the Irish people where they were, and I just feel like it's, up in heaven, I'm sure they're all together anyway, and I just feel very proud that that their story and their voice can be heard and can be among the other survivors and people who also perished in the Great Famine.